Welcome to 773 Oracle and Tarot, the YouTube. Here, I'm Shutdown Ronnie, and I'm having difficulty speaking today. I'm here to give you your remix for your emotional and spiritual forecast that I started on my Instagram. So if you followed me on Instagram, you know that we're using the Angel Answers by Radley Valentine, and we're also using the blank slate from my friends at AllThingsIntuitive. Before we get into the remix, let's do a couple of things. We have entered Scorpio season, okay? So what that means is that we are not going to shy away from difficult conversations. We're not going to shy away from asking those hard pressed questions, okay? And that ties in to today's reading. Before I get to today's reading, I want to thank all my subscribers for tuning in. Without you, I'm nothing. And if by chance you happen to come across this channel by accident, why don't you stay around and see if this is of any value? If it is, please hit that subscribe button. Do all the things, okay? Please like, please share, please subscribe. Hit that notification. Everything I'm asking you to do is free, and it helps with the algorithm with this channel, helping me to grow. Okay, with that being said, from the Angels Answers, we got Ask Your Angels. All right, Ask Your Angels. There's no number that we've got to break down, so we've got nothing numerologically to decipher. Now, from the blank slate, we got do more of what makes you feel good. All right, so asking your angels, we're finding ourselves in a position where we are either at a crossroads or we need some type of guidance or some type of permission. All right, that's what this card is. But do more of what makes you feel good. Collective, we are not put here on this earth to just wake up and pay bills and grind. Okay, and yes, we do things, on a little micro level that makes us feel good. But I think what the universe is telling us to do, we got to think big. We're thinking too small with what makes us happy. We are on this earth for just a finite amount of time. Okay, we're not here for a long time, but why not let it be here for a good time? Okay, you got to do more of what makes you feel good. You got to do more of what makes you happy. So whatever you decide, make sure whatever you do, let it make you happy. Because again, if you're going to do it today, do it now. Live this life for the moment, because everything else is uncertain. Take advantage of what is in front of you right now, collective. Okay? So, be healthy, take care of yourself, but be happy with the beautiful things that make you who you are. And once again, be with those people that make you smile. Laugh as much as you breathe, and love as long as you live. Do more of what makes you feel good. All right, as long as it don't hurt nobody, just do more. One of the first steps of happiness is deciding that you want to be happy. And, and knowing what that means. And I think that's where this card comes in, because we sometimes we get so lost in the sauce, we forget what it is that we need to make us happy. Have a full-on conversation with yourself as to what that looks like for you. What does doing more of what makes you feel good, what does that look like to you? And be happy. It's a choice that we make every day, every hour, and we are, refining that and renewing that state. That's a job unto itself. Oh, y'all, I almost tipped over my candle, baby. With these too many candles, I'm gonna start the next Chicago fire. I'm telling you. So that's what we do. We don't have to explain. You never have to explain to yourself to do what makes you happy. It don't have to make sense to nobody else. And other people's opinions should never affect your decision, the decisions you make. It is your life, and it's not theirs. And again, your version of happiness is completely different from somebody else's. So do more of what that is. You getting permission. Okay, divine source is telling you to do that. All right. So with that said, here we've got ask your angels for help. Asking for help in any capacity, that is not a sign of weakness. In fact, it's very brave. It is very, it's a very brave thing. It's better to ask for help than to stay stuck in uncertainty or to stay stuck in fear. And like I said, asking for help is a sign of strength. So be brave enough to do it. Your life is depending on it, collective. Your happiness is depending on it, collective. Asking your angels, they all around us. And because divine source respects our free will, that's why we got to ask. Whether you ask silently, whether you ask out loud, divine intelligence hears you. And there are agents all around us that will help facilitate in what we ask. And it's in the Bible. Asking ye shall receive. All right. Listen, we got choices. They may not always be the choices that we think that we like or what we think we need, but those are choices, and they are all designed for our greater good. All you got to do is reach out and ask, collective. And there's no shame in that. It takes, like I said, it takes strength to put your ego aside and to ask for assistance. So once again, again, so many of us get stuck. We don't want to, how do I want to say this? We don't want to appear to be in a state of vulnerability when we ask for help. But see, that applies to human nature. We're not asking. This card was not for human nature. This card says, ask your angels. We asking celestial help. Celestial help will never let us down. And when we do ask for celestial help, when those things do not manifest in the way that we want to, that's not because your prayers were not answered. In fact, collective, sometimes the blessings are that your prayers were not answered. Let me say that once again. Sometimes the blessings are in the fact that your prayers were not answered. Everything we want is not good for us, but ask your angels. They will guide you. Our ancestors, they never leave. They're closer to us now than they could ever be in the physical. They in the breeze, or in a fit, like when you're nice and warm and cozy, or when you hear a song on the radio that makes you feel anything that causes your vibration to be uplifted, anything that causes you to feel a sense of comfort, a sense of security. Trust and believe, collective, that our ancestors and our angels, they're right there in that moment. They are right there in that moment. All we got to do is surrender and just ask. Just ask. Ask and it is given. Here, I'm going to ask you all to please like, to please share, to please subscribe, and please hit that notification bell so that when I drop these downloads, y'all are the first to get it. With that being said, collective, if this message resonated with you, pass it on. It may be the blessing someone else is looking for. And with that said, you all stay blessed.